So episode 5 just came out and it was indeed the Ragatha focused episode, but we learned more about her sort of in contrary to Jax. And it was really interesting to witness their dynamic, to finally get to know more about Ragatha's backstory and where she's coming from, and also to see a sort of jealousy forming between Ragatha and Jax over Pomni's friendship. And this is not exactly new, because if you think back to episode 1, we could see that Jax told Pomni and Ragatha to let's go and meet Kaufmo. And we could already see in that episode how Jax treated Pomni, like he didn't treat her any different than the others. It didn't really matter that she was new. But Ragatha, she was more understanding and careful with Pomni, but we could see at the end of the episode that she was hurt when Pomni left her behind after Kaufmo attacked her. But still, she didn't say a word back then, and in this episode she brought this memory up like it was a fun shared experience between her and Pomni. But as we could see, Pomni didn't agree, and instead she looked kinda annoyed at Ragatha, if anything, because in episode 2, after Ragatha went up to her room to talk to her about the Kaufmo incident, she still didn't apologize to her, and she didn't really care that Ragatha put some extra effort into caring for her. Instead, she wanted to bring back Gummy-Goo to the circus with her towards the end. And I'm pretty sure that Ragatha didn't like that either, and that is why she also brought that up in episode 4 when she said,
"Oh, she's flirting with the gummy guy, because she'd rather be with an NPC than with us or something."
So yeah, based on the previous episodes, Ragatha went out her way to be Pomni's friend, but Pomni didn't really seem to notice or appreciate Ragatha's kindness. Or we don't actually know if it was actually kindness, and if she wanted to be friends with Pomni because of Pomni, or because she couldn't accept the fact that somebody just doesn't really like her or match her energy. But this seems to be the case now, and not only with Pomni, but the others as well. We could see that there was an ongoing awkwardness between Ragatha and Gangle, because now that the stupid sauce's effect wore off, Ragatha realized that she was way meaner to the characters than she ever wanted to be. And of course, Jax not only noticed, but he enjoyed every part of Ragatha's struggle, and especially how he saw it in episode 5, her struggle with connecting with Pomni. And we've seen Jax trying to talk to Pomni in the previous episodes as well, but this time he was like a freaking magnet. He even apologized to Pomni, and it also seemed like he was kind of flirty with the evil version of Pomni at the softball game, so I don't know what his intentions are, but I can think of 3 different options. The first is honestly the least likely, based on what Gooseworks said about the show, and is that maybe Jax likes Pomni, like maybe he has a crush on her. But Gooseworks did say that there won't be any romance in the show, so I guess it's not like that. However, Gooseworks replied to a tweet recently where someone called her out that she basically lied about everything, and she said, "I love lying." And I mean, Kinga literally had a wife, and that was romantic, even though Queen is abstracted already, but still. And also, Zubul and Gangle, like, hello, was I the only one who noticed how Zubul treated Gangle in this episode? I am officially shipping them, I don't care, you heard it here first. But yeah, maybe there's a possibility that Jax has feelings for Pomni, because they are basically stuck in the circus, and there are not too many options, so it's kinda natural that the characters might start to feel more about each other. I don't know. And if the whole triangle of Jax, Pomni, and Ragatha is actually romantic, that would be amazing. Like maybe Ragatha also has a crush on Pomni, and that is why she was jealous of both Gummy-Goo and then Jax. So it seems like everybody likes Pomni. But the second option, which is more serious and honestly more likely, is that Jax actually just wants a friend. And Gooseworks said that everybody out of the current circus members hate Jax, and we know that Pomni was the last one to join the circus, and obviously she doesn't really know anybody that deeply, so maybe Jax feels like he still has a chance with her, and especially after how Ragatha said that Jax doesn't have friends anymore. It would make sense that he's lonely, even though he doesn't show it explicitly, and that is why he wants Pomni's company. And I honestly think that Jax and Pomni could be great friends, because they both seem pretty honest. Like, Pomni is not as mean as Jax, but she always told the others about her real feelings and shared her opinions as well, so maybe Jax appreciates that in her, that she doesn't hold back or straight up lie to him. And we could also see that Pomni was also kinda enjoying Jax's company when they were having a conversation, and at one point she also laughed at him. Like maybe they could actually be friends, and that is what hurts Ragatha. Because at the end of the episode, when Jax and Pomni went to the dorm hall and Kinger, Zubul and Gangle went to hang out on the couch, she was alone and she seemed lonely. And yeah, maybe that is why she'd also like a friend who she can hang out with, and maybe she also sees a fresh opportunity with Pomni, because we heard in episode 4 that the others already know how she is.
After a while, it gets kinda hard to tell how genuine she's actually being.
But maybe Ragatha is especially jealous that she can't compete with Jax, because no matter how hard she tried to be Pomni's friend in the previous episodes, she still chose Jax over her, and it's kinda sad. But we arrive to the third option, which could be the most interesting one, and it's that Jax just wants Pomni's company so that Ragatha doesn't get it. And it was never actually about Pomni, because Ragatha and Jax's bickering and arguments started back in episode 1. At least that is when we first saw it, but obviously some of the characters have been in the circus for a really long time, so maybe it goes way back. But this episode made me realize something, and is that I'm pretty sure that Ragatha and Jax used to be friends, or maybe they have some kind of history with each other from the real world, like maybe they could even be siblings. Because when Ragatha talked about her mother and her human life, Jax didn't seem surprised. Instead, he seemed kind of familiar with this story, and also when he said this.
If you tell someone they're loved and appreciated every day, it just kind of loses all meaning.
Doesn't it sound a bit weird? Like maybe he experienced it, but later something could have happened which completely changed Jax, and maybe that is when him and Ragatha grew apart and started arguing constantly. Like we cannot be sure what exactly happened, but maybe the abstraction of Jax's old friend has to do something with it. And Jax is both mad and sad, and Ragatha's always kind facade only makes him more annoyed, and maybe that is why he wants to hurt her. And I mean, this is only a theory, but based on how Goosework said that we're gonna see the worst thing Jax has done, maybe she could have meant this, that he's also going to contribute to Ragatha's abstraction after she realizes that she has nobody by her side, not even Pomni, who could have helped her to come out of her mental spiral. Whichever it is, Ragatha is definitely jealous of what Pomni and Jax had in episode 5, and based on the ending of the episode, I'm thinking that episode 6 will pick up at the hall, where Jax is taking Pomni to show her something. So Ragatha could be spiraling in the next episode, which could be the storm that Gooseworks was talking about and basically warned us about regarding episode 6. But I do hope that in the next episode, Jax's backstory also gets revealed, because in episode 5 he didn't say a single word about his story. But I think it's only a matter of time that he'll open up, and then he could reveal what exactly is going on between him and Ragatha, and if there was something that happened between them in the past, because I'm sure that there is something deeper going on there than just Jax having fun and messing with Ragatha. But as for what his real intentions are, I can only hope that Jax knows better than to contribute to Ragatha's abstraction, because messing with her and arguing with her is one thing, but pushing her into eternal corruption is a whole different horror story. But let me know what you think about the Ragatha, Jax and Pomni triangle down in the comments. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.